What is going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about the Illuminati token pre-sale currently going live. Hopefully we are officially live. Let me go ahead and double check and make sure everything is good. Comment down below if the music is a little too loud on your end, by the way. So currently right now we're going to go ahead and claim our tokens. We do go officially live in about I think 1 minute, and we should be going completely live. So let me go ahead and double check that we are now officially on the live stream. So welcome to all those that are currently brand new to the channel. We have two this is the second pre-sale, or sorry, live stream of today. So yeah, so I'm checking everything's good to go. We are officially live. Let's go ahead and claim our tokens. Welcome today, Happy. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and we're about to go ahead and claim our tokens. And we're going to claim those right now live as we speak. So hopefully we have a good launch today. They've raised a lot of money. They've raised over... Dude, it's ridiculous. They raised a lot of money. I don't know how much money they raised. What I could go ahead and tell you is that they raised a whole bunch. I think they raised a little bit over $1.something million on the pre-sale. So this is insane how much money they've actually, raised. So this is probably like the most I've ever seen a token raised from me personally. I'm not sure if any of you have raised more, been involved in more tokens during a bear market when they do raise a huge amount of money like this. Let's go ahead and see. Maybe it's a dump. Maybe it's not. It says it's already 40% down. Team is a bunch of clowns. So we're going to go ahead and see what goes on. If we're going to go ahead and get rugged, or are we going to go ahead and pump? I don't know what's going to happen. So right now we're going to go ahead and pull out the charts. This guy's holding about $47,000 worth of this token. So we're going to go ahead and see how this token reacts, what we went live on right now. So let me go ahead and go over to Dex View and see how this token is performing. Like I said, always invest in where you're willing to lose. We really don't know what's going to happen with this token. Okay, this is not the token, man. I don't know why they said to go. Don't click on that token. I don't know why they sent that token on the chat. Let's go ahead and see. Can I get the contract, bro? Snap. This guy spent over $7,000, man. That's insane. There's a lot of hype going on for this token for whatever reason. Dev is gone. So apparently, supposedly, Dev is gone. We don't know. It's dumping a lot, though. We just saw it from 2 million all the way down to 1.9 million. Let's go ahead and see where things are going. I don't know what's going on here, but I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, like I mentioned, if they pull the rug. I mean, they raised over $1.something million. So let's go ahead and see what happens. Apparently, this is the contract. I doubt this is the contract as well. Let's see what this contract is. Dude, people are just shilling random contract addresses, like hoping that people go ahead and buy and panic. So, how do we get this freaking official contract on this? I don't even know what the... Yeah, apparently Dev is gone. We don't know how real that is. Dex tools. We're just going to go over to Dex tools, see the contract directly. I guess apparently this is the token. They have about $1.5 million in liquidity, 3.1 million market cap. Apparently, from what they're saying, we're going to go ahead and see what this is currently going on. Go ahead and smash that like button for me. Comment down below what you guys think and all of that. Haven't had a... hopefully this is a good pre-sale. We've been taking a lot of L's these last couple days, so hopefully this is a good pre-sale. We'll see where things go. We've done nothing but dumped, so we're going to go ahead and see where things go from here. 1.7 million market cap. What I'm planning of doing is that we go ahead and take some nice little profits. I'm looking at providing liquidity, because that's really how you can make some good gains, is providing liquidity. So I'm probably going to go ahead and provide liquidity to this token right now. So I'm probably going to go ahead and do that right now, honestly. Because I think right now liquidity is a little bit over 1.something million. Let's go ahead and see where it's at. Let's see where liquidity is at. Okay, Dex. Okay, so it says right here, liquidity, market cap. Now let's go ahead and check Dex tools, bro. Okay, apparently liquidity is at 1.15 million. It's not looking good, to be honest, the fact that we're already dumping, but this thing might get eaten up pretty quick. So I'm going to go ahead and try to provide some liquidity right now. Hopefully this thing goes pretty well. We're going to go ahead and head over right here with ETH. We're going to go ahead and select the contract. Illuminati. Let's go ahead and see how much we can provide. Have roughly about how much do I have? Oh snap, I don't have that much money left. I only have about $20. So I would have to go ahead and sell my position, I believe. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and wait while this thing pumps. So we could go ahead and break even on this trade. We'll go ahead and provide some liquidity, but we're gonna go ahead and see where things go on right now. Go ahead and lower this music, man. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and see how things are on this trade right now. Like I said, this is the reason why I always tell a lot of you to only invest in what you're willing to lose. We're going to go ahead and see if this is actually a successful launch. I mean, we're already down immediately from when we went live. It's not too surprising. Usually the typical case with a lot of these tokens. Mia says it dropped hard. Yeah, man, it freaking sucks. It went all the way down 50%, huh? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see, man. Honestly, the fact that it dropped 50%, this is very common when it comes to a lot of pre-sales. Now the question is, will it be able to sustain itself? If this thing doesn't pump and go above from where we launched, I think I put in a little bit over $300, if I'm not mistaken. I think I put in $300. We're at $200 right now, so we're gonna go ahead and see where things go. It says they launched the token 15 minutes before the time they announced. Why do they do that? Why did they do that for? Yeah, so hopefully this thing could go ahead and pump, man. If we don't pump, we've kind of taken an L, and you know, taking this L is going to be one of those things where we're gonna go ahead and have a reminder to ourselves to not go ahead and FOMO into any of these trades. Yeah, so this is wild, man. 15 minutes in, and they launched the token a lot sooner. So the fact that I already dumped a lot, it's not a good thing. I mean, they raised a lot of money, man. They raised a lot of money with this token. And that was kind of like the thing that I was a little worried about, is that they raised a lot of money. They raised over a little bit, 1-point-something million, man. Like, that is insane how much money they raised. So, you know, them pulling the rug very, very quickly is not too surprising for me. Go ahead and comment down below your thoughts. I mean, I've only put in about $300, I believe. So I guess people are selling right now at the time being. So it seems like a lot of people are selling. I don't know what's going on. So is this going to be not the move anymore? What is the project that you jumped into, Mia? Yeah, I think I might have to go ahead and pull out as well. Yeah, dude, I'm probably gonna go ahead and sell in a couple minutes right now if I don't see this this trend. If I see this breakdown below 14, I'm gonna go ahead and sell. Honestly, it's not looking too good. SMC token, I think that's the one that pumped potentially. $1.92. Yeah, the internet sucks. What price did we launch, man? What market cap did we launch? I think we launched in like 3 million, no? If I'm not mistaken. Like 2 or 3 mil. Yeah, if this thing doesn't go up any further, like if we can't stay above 2 mil, I'm definitely going to go ahead and have to sell. So many desperate cents looking for entry. $2 million. We're back at 2 mil. We're back at 2 mil. We're gonna go ahead and see what happens. I'm keeping an eye on this very, very closely right now, just because I'm looking to go ahead and sell. So I apologize, but I'm looking to see if this is. I mean, the buys are coming in like crazy, man. This thing's getting eaten up like crazy, but it doesn't really mean much, right? This is the reason why I always suggest that, you know, when it comes to a lot of these pre-sales. These pre-sales are mostly scams, man, and like the fact that they ended up accumulating like over $1.something million, like it's freaking insane. Like during a bear market, right? And they literally almost raised all that money like last minute. So right now the thing is I'm just analyzing right now how the market's moving with this. If we can't stay above 2 mil and it just keeps on fluctuating around 2 to 1 mil, I'm probably gonna go ahead and sell my bag more than likely. But what I'm hearing now is a lot of people are getting banned, which is not a good sign. You know, you definitely don't want to go ahead and have any of that going on. But Mia says there's a token called. They came out with the gate at 4 million dump, dude. 4 million? That's insane. SMC token. I think that one has a pump potential since they want to do something with OnlyFans and adult services. I don't know, man, but there's a lot of money in there. Go check that one out right now. 4 million. They came out the gate with 4 mil dump now. Now it's trending 5 on DexView. Yeah. Also, it dumped half, bro. Oh, Snapple. So I'm down half my position then. Frick. Let's see if we could go ahead and stay above 2 mil. If we could stay above 2 mil, this was just. And I told a lot of you that that's what I was concerned about, because on the pink sale, I checked on the bottom and I told you that I think it said that they were going to unlock a certain amount of tokens as soon as we went live, and they were going to go ahead and dump them out right here. And I'm not sure if this was what they dumped, because as soon as we went live, they ended up dumping these amounts. And I think one of them was a pre-sale and the other one was them selling. Total value locked $322,000 unlock date. So I think they dumped about 322,000. Let's go ahead and look into the contract address a little bit more, but I think that's what they ended up dropping out. Age from. I think there's a lot of FUD going on right now, but the thing that's kind of holding me back into holding on to this is the fact that we are seeing still some buying pressure coming in. Now I think we want to go ahead and analyze renounce. So they did renounce a contract. Yeah, they renounced a contract, which is good, about 17 minutes ago, which means it's going to be community driven. But now we have to go ahead and look at, you know, are they edit lock? What is this, dude? 23 hours ago. We have to go ahead and see if they're going to go ahead and. Dude, I don't understand these freaking projects, bro. Like if I had my own token, this is what I would do. I would raise the money. I would have. You see this Coinbase account too right here. This is what I would do if I had a token, right? I would put in some decent amount of fees, which could be anywhere between, 3%, 5%, whatever the case is. I would go ahead and pump the token and make money off the volume, because that's really where you make money. You make money off of volume. So they are banning people, but the dip is getting bought out. So I think a lot of people are FOMOing in or are buying the dip because they truly do believe that this is going to be the next freaking moon. And we're at 2.186 mil, so we're gonna go ahead and see where we're gonna go moving forward. 2.2 mil, so it's looking kind of good. It's trending on right now on DexView. All right, let's go ahead and check DexView. I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to this position, man, because honestly, I don't even know how much money I threw into this, but I'm assuming if they launched at 4 mil, I probably had a $400 bag and I dumped 50%. So yeah, I think I did dump that kind of money. How much money did I dump into this thing, man? Let's go ahead and see. I contributed 186 and 121. So 200 and okay, so I didn't invest that much, man. I only threw in like 200 bucks, I think. I can't recall. I think I threw in only like 200 bucks. 186, 121, 2, so almost $300. So I threw in a little bit, almost $300. They're trending on Dex. Is this the one, bro? Hey coin? Is this the token you're talking about? DeFi says I got the bottom back in. It looks like it's gonna come up, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's not a good dump, but I did kind of mention that I was concerned about these freaking tokens being unlocked right away, and that's what I was concerned about, you know what I mean? Because I figured there was gonna be a dump, but see, the thing is, moving forward, guys, it's all about learning from our mistakes. You know, we shouldn't just buy pre-sales anymore. I think that's the move, to not buy pre-sales anymore, because if they're bullish, they're gonna dump and then just get it at the 50% dump and then just try to capture them there, honestly, because most people are gonna panic anyways. So I think we're better off not even buying them at pre-sale, man. I mean, we are hovering about 2.75 mil. My goal is, if I could go ahead and make a little bit over what I put in, is to go ahead and break even or above and start providing liquidity. I think that's where the money's at, providing liquidity. So what I'm probably even going to do is I'm going to do probably 100 bucks, because I think the liquidity, or 50 bucks, because I think providing liquidity for this thing right now, it's probably going to be the move. I could go ahead and provide about 20 bucks. If I could do 20 bucks, I could do, let's see, I wonder how much I'd collect on freaking, what is it called? Liquidity, if I put in like 10 bucks. I could have sworn I thought I had extra money, but I guess not. Oh, aluminum is trending on 5 right now. NR5. What is NR5? I don't know what NR5 is. Yeah, this thing's probably going to go ahead and trend up on Dex tools. I think we're probably going to go ahead and bounce back up, but we'll see. We'll see. I think the move is just going to be not to buy freaking pre-sales anymore, man, to be honest. Like, I think the move is going to be not to buy pre-sales anymore. I'm not going to buy pre-sales anymore moving forward. I'm going to move my Twitter, bro. I mean, my YouTube. Oh my gosh, man. This is the reason why I can't stream fucking Telegram, man. Fucking shit. I'm just not going to fucking stream Telegram, dude. I'm going to keep Telegram right here on my end. It's just like, dude. Shit. Oh my gosh. Can't make this shit up, bro. We're at 2.3 mil. 2.3 mil. So I'm going to keep my screen right here on the right side, bro, because I don't know what they're going to freaking post on Telegram. So I can't go ahead and... I'm not sure if I could get in trouble for it, but I'm just not going to go ahead and post it, man. It's freaking YouTube. I don't know what their freaking policies are. So I'm going to go ahead and try to keep it neutral right now, but... Dude, 2.3 mil. I would say ideally, you said we launched at 4 million market cap, right? If we launch at 4 mil market cap, we need to break above that, and we have to stay above it, because if we can't go ahead and break above it, it's going to look really, really bad for all of us. 36 in ETH market cap. Y'all know what's coming up. Run it up, boys. 36 ETH in the market cap wallet. What does that mean? Buyback burn, bro? It better be some freaking dime buyback burn. I mean, it looks like it is pumping, but I think moving forward... chat, we're not going to go ahead and buy pre-sales anymore, and if we do, we're probably going to go ahead and put in like 10 bucks or something, man. Vernon, how's it going? What's up, John? Sorry I'm late. You're good, man. Things are not looking too rosy, are they? Yeah, they're not looking too good, man. They're not looking too good, but I think going forward now, we're just not going to buy pre-sales as much. If we do buy pre-sales, we're better off putting in like 5-10 mil. I mean, sorry, 50 bucks is what I meant. Put in like 50 bucks, and then we're just going to go ahead and move forward with that, because honestly, it's just not even worth it. And also, Ethereum's not looking too well either. It's broken the area of support that I definitely didn't want her to go ahead and see break. So it's just not looking good overall in every market. And it's probably because people are selling off because they got into the... I bet you anything, people from Ethereum took their freaking profits or took a loss just to go ahead and jump into Illuminati. I could bet you anything, bro. I could bet you anything that's what they did. Yeah, 5-10 mil. All right. Yeah, I meant 50 or $100, bro. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see where things go moving forward, man. But honestly, Ethereum's not looking too well. It's not looking too well either. Wall Street memes not looking good. Overall market's not looking too well. Metabot dumped even more, 66%. Lisa dumped another 24%. So like I think we got out of the market like at a right time on these. I'm still holding on for freaking Illuminati, unfortunately. So we're gonna go ahead and see where things go on moving forward. Right now, we're gonna go ahead and stay live for a couple minutes. We're gonna go ahead and analyze the market, see if it's even worth holding on to freaking Illuminati, bro. Like, I mean, I'm going up, I'm going back up, so it's not too bad. So if we could go ahead and break this area of resistance right here, if we could break above this, we're just gonna go ahead and call this an area of resistance. I think we'll be able to break it through, honestly, but we'll go ahead and see. We'll just play it safe, and we'll just say this is the area of support. So I think we're gonna go ahead and stream for another couple minutes, probably like an hour, and then we're gonna go ahead and see where things go, and then we're gonna go ahead and decide whether you know, Illuminati was a scam or not. The good thing about this, man, that I'm gonna say that I don't regret is that during the live stream we got to see what it's like, right? You get to see the kind of emotions that go through people's heads during a time like this on a pre-sale where FOMO begins to kick in. The team raised over $1.5 million on Illuminati literally like last couple hours. It was insane. I've been eyeing this token since last night, and I was actually going to buy in, but I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna wait a couple hours, see how the market's reacting, see how people are reacting, and then I'm going to go ahead and decide to contribute, because if it's not hype, it's not going to do anything, right? And Illuminati has been super hyped literally these last couple hours. Like it literally, last time I checked, I think it was last night, it was at a little bit over 300,000, and then it raised all the way up to 1.5 million while we were in live. I think they had about 600,000 and they went all the way up to 1.5. So you know, it just tells you like the hype that comes in, right? So we're gonna go ahead and analyze that, and as well moving forward, I think the play will be just waiting for it to go live, launch. We're gonna go ahead and see what happens, and typically, like as I said, like usually with pre-sales, there are scams or rug pulls. I always say this, you know, it's no surprise. It's really a hit or miss with these pre-sales, and we've been taking a lot of L's, right? And hopefully this is not an L that we take back next. You know, I'm hoping we don't take an L, but it dumped 40%, so that already goes, half of our investment's gone as soon as it goes live. So we're kind of better off waiting for these projects, and if we do want to go ahead and jump in, throw in 50 to 100 bucks and then just see how it goes, because if this thing goes and dumps 40%, at least now we could go ahead and buy at a 50% discount, right? If it's still bullish. If it isn't bullish, then we just lost 50% of our value as soon as it went live, and that's not good, right? So we have to go ahead and moving forward, I think the move is going to be, you know, throwing 50 to 100 bucks. If you really want to go in deeper, wait and just, you know, be patient, and we possibly buy into a 50% discount, because imagine if we would have put in the money that we put in at the pre-sale, we would have gotten more tokens for 50% less with the 50% less risk. You know what I mean? Like the people that bought this dip right here, they're not risking as much money as you and I just risked. You know what I mean? We're already down 50% of our portfolio if you're still holding and you haven't sold. So moving forward, that's what we have to go ahead and start doing now. I'm not going to buy in too much into these freaking to pre-sales anymore. I'm just going to throw in a couple dollars just because of the risk factors. It's not really worth it, but it is looking like we are going to break out to the upside. So I do think we're going to recover. And I do think the team dumped tokens. I could almost assure you, because this was my red flag right here when I saw this thing being unlocked. So I just didn't know what it was. So just go ahead and double confirm with me if that's what it was, if those were the tokens that they dumped. I don't know. We're going to have to go ahead and look into this a little bit more. Vernon says, I don't invest much in pre-sales. Most of the time it's good to get an indication of how it will trade before jumping in. 100%. This will correct. Yeah, I agree with you. If it was just down to the community here, I think I would be quite well, but there is always a big chance that the team behind is scammy. Yeah, 100%, I agree. DeFi says, I would monitor this. Yeah, I'm monitoring this right now. Right now, I'm just going to go ahead and just monitor Illuminati. I'm probably not going to get off my screen for a while, so we're going to go ahead and monitor this for a couple minutes just to go ahead and see if we can go ahead and find a bottom to this and see if this is even worth holding on to. I think the team dumped. Yeah, the team dumped, man. And you can see right here, right, because I told a lot of you, I told you why I was really sketched, that it says that this total amount right here, which is 17 million, which let's go ahead and see how much that is. Well, it tells us right here the value is $322,000, which they dumped about an hour ago. And it tells you right here the owner. So we're not sure if that thing's already being moved out, what they're doing with that money. But we're seeing that they're transferring from Illuminati to this wallet. So they're still doing something. Who knows what the heck they're doing. Disperse token. Disperse app. What is disperse app? Okay, distribute to either tokens or multiple addresses. What do they finalize right here? Probably finalize a pre-sale. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see where things go. They updated the pool, so they added locks as well 23 hours ago. What do they do with the pool? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see where this thing goes, man. Ah, that goes 50% of the freaking money, bro. Oh my gosh, man. This is a good slap in the face, bro, to remember and remind yourself not to FOMO into projects that are freaking probably called Illuminati, man. Like, what were we thinking, man? Like we gotta ask ourselves now, what were we thinking in our minds that a token named Illuminati was gonna be the next hot thing? You know what I mean? So like, we're just gonna go ahead and see it 21% down apparently from the launch, but has about 1.2 million in volume as soon as we went live. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to this. Just wait. This is why we only invest what we're willing to lose, right? We understand the risk. We know what it comes with, and we need to break through this, man. If we break through this right here, which is not much, I think we could break it. It's gonna be super bullish. But we just need to break through that. And we're at 2.2 mil right now. So as long as we can go ahead and break that, we're gonna be good. But if we can't, when it's gonna be a straight dump. But bro, they raised more money than freaking any other exchange, or I mean any other token that we've seen in the last couple days. Like, they literally raised 1.5 million, man. Think about it, 1.5 million. This is wild. Oh my gosh, dude. The chance of it just being a little bit like Pepe got us off. Yeah, man, I mean, that's crypto to you, you know what I mean? That's where it gets all of us. We go in with the hopes and beliefs that we're going to go ahead and make it big, and, you know, greed kicks in, which, you know, we always talk about how greed always hits us pretty bad. And it's always the case when it comes to a lot of these freaking tokens. Greed is what hits us all, man. And honestly, if this thing dumps, we're going to really have to question a lot of the shit that we do moving forward and really think about it twice. Because this is more of a lesson, right? Yeah, the appeal of this is the appeal. Vernon says the appeal of such gains were simply too tempting. I agree 100%. You know, so I mean, that's what goes through all of us, right? Especially if you take a lot of L's. I've taken a couple L's these last couple weeks, and I'm really hoping this is not another project I've taken another L on, because I've been just taking L's back to back, man. And like, honestly, if Ethereum continues to dump, it's not gonna look too good either. Like, we're already taking a lot of L's. Let's see what Ethereum has collected for us. I've collected about $78 in Ethereum, so we're about to hit $100. So, you know, as long as Ethereum continues to pump a little bit up and continues to hold above, then we should be good. But oh, I only invested 75, so I'm fine either way. Yeah, that's good, man. At least you invested a small amount. See, I invested I wouldn't say a decent amount, but I invested more than I should have. I invested a little bit over $300 to $400, which, you know, I wouldn't say I regret it, because this thing could just flip around and moon, man, honestly. And then that's like the amazing part of crypto, right? This thing could literally just moonshot up, and even my $400, $300 with a 3x will be, what is it, let's say if I put in $300, that's about that's like about almost $1,000 on a 3x, which is not bad, right? And if it does a 10x, then it's going to be a good amount, which is, I think, $3,000. So, you know, it's the risk. It's the risk you take in life. Meme coins are just gambles. They're not investment, guys. I do want to go ahead and say that. They're not investments. Typically, what you're seeing right now live is something you definitely do not want to do. You want to be doing completely the opposite of what we just did today. FOMO into a project that freaking raised 2.5 or 1.5 mil, and yeah, hey, it's not over. Let's keep our hopes up until it's death. It's definitive. Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. So right now I'm just gonna hold. Honestly, I feel bullish, bro. I know that 40% dump doesn't look good, but it's something I look for in a lot of projects already, right? There's another project that I panic on too as well, and it was Vegas Inu. Now I think dumped as soon as it went live, and it followed the same exact pattern. The same exact pattern it followed. Look, I'm just trying to see if I can pull it out. And that's kind of the reason why I'm not panicking too much, because I think Illuminati is going to do its thing, but I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, right? So I don't want you to take my word for it. Always do your own research when it comes to a lot of these things, obviously. But take a look if I could go ahead and go in the smaller time frame. So this project right here that I jumped into and I panic sold because I didn't know what I was holding. This thing happened to me, right? And you see it's almost the same pattern that Illuminati is doing right now. As soon as it went live, it dumped, bro. Like, it dumped a lot and I panicked. I ended up selling. As soon as it sold, a couple days, it dumped again even further. And then now it's at a 900,000 market cap. So this thing 10x'd. This thing 10x alone. So the hype that this project has, I think it has potential, but it all just depends if we're able to break above this 0.117, you know. So that's the area that we want to go ahead and look at. It looks like we are having a reversal and a bounce back on this support, so this is what we want to go ahead and see. If we see this breakout like this to this upside right here to this 2, I know that TA doesn't work too much on freaking meme coins, but trust me, if this thing breaks above this, it's going to go ahead and change the whole entire narrative, and people are going to start panicking and buying in. They're going to re-enter again. Watch. And then you got to also remember what else we have live right now. So we also have a few other markets going in live. So if we do see a reversal on this, I'm going to go ahead and hold our bags. But yeah, I really don't expect much from it, man. Hey, not financial advice, 100%. Yeah, it's not financial advice, any of this. You know, this is this is all solely gambling, pretty much. It's like you're flipping a coin flip, right? You just don't know where it's going to land, if it's going to land heads or tails. And this is kind of like where we're at right now in this. We're still hovering at 2.1. Apparently, the team's airdropping tokens is what they're saying. I don't know if it's true. $2.1. Yeah, it's at 2.1. So we're close to breaking out. We're gonna go ahead and wait until this breakout. See if we see any kind of breakout right here. And if we see any kind of breakout, then we're gonna go ahead and continue to do a little bit more TA. But go ahead and comment down below what your thoughts are. Let me put the freaking Telegram over here, bro. I'm gonna put the Telegram over here just in case. Vernon says at least it's better than going to the casino, man. I agree with that. I agree with that, right? Because at least here, in my opinion, I think you might have a little bit of higher odds, but I don't know. It might be the same shit. But see, this is the reason why, like I always tell all of you, like the mentality when it comes to these pre-sales is just throw in money, you're okay losing. Like if you're okay throwing 40 bucks and losing it, and the $40 turns into a 20x, then you just made a little bit of money, right? But if you get rugged with like your last paycheck or like bills, like money for bills, you're gonna panic and you're gonna sell early on, right? Luckily for me, I came into the stream a little later, and I guess the project went live 15 minutes sooner, so I didn't get the chance to go ahead and panic. I was just like minding my own business, trying to go ahead and get this live stream up and running, just to go ahead and wake up to a freaking big ass dump, you know? So I think this thing might fly, low key. I think so. I don't know. DeFi says once they update DEX, I think so, it will fly. This was extremely risky, but it might still pay off. Let's pray for that. 100%, bro. If this thing reverses, bro, this is gonna be a good weekend, man. This is gonna be a good week, a good weekend. This is gonna make up for all of our losses that we've been freaking taking, man, left to right. So I'm like crossing my fingers that this does do well, and we could go ahead and end Friday or Saturday night, depending on the time you're watching this and when you're watching this, on a good, you know, on a good way. Well, yeah, I don't like that dump we're seeing, bro. No, we don't want to see it hit those areas of support, man. We're back at 1.9 mil. We're back at 1.9 mil. I mean, with all that money, they should really just go ahead and push this to the upside. Dude, all it takes is for us to break that level of resistance, and we're good to go. We're good to go if... Okay, there's a whale holding over $33,000. I think this dip's getting eaten up, dude. I'm seeing I'm seeing the Telegram thing right now just freaking, like, just go crazy, bro, of just all these buy-ins coming in. $1.9. Yeah, we got to stay above 2 mil. Also, keep in mind, there's probably going to be a lot of people panicking right now. As soon as they're going to claim their tokens, they're going to be panicking through the roof right now. I hope all of you are having a wonderful Friday today. You know, some DJ nights that we're having right here. Like, straight up. Some DJ nights. Let me know if the music's a little too loud down below. Comment down below if the music's a little too loud. But yeah, right now I'm just really trying to like see where this thing's gonna go, man. Like I'm really like hoping this thing breaks above like resistance, just so I can just go about my day and enjoy the rest of my day, you know? This thing's like frick, man. I don't even know how much I threw in. Let me check how much I threw in, man, because I don't even know how much money I threw in. But this does look like a head and shoulders pattern, which is not a good thing, man. It's not a good thing. It's not looking good for us, I'm telling you that. 186, I contributed 186, and I think 121. 121 and 186. Actually, that's lies. I think I only contributed 186, bro. Let me double check. Because honestly, I could still go ahead and break even, and I'll be okay with it. But I don't think that was it. That was all today. Let me check. Yeah, that was all today, so that's cap. So I did contributed about 121 plus 186. $307. So I'm not down that bad. So I don't know why I'm panicking. I'm actually not down that bad. Right now it's at 223. So I'm down about $100. Vernon says there's still hype. It's not like the Mona token right now. It's like desert in there. As long as we have some momentum in the community, we can still recover from here. Yeah, 100%, man. I agree with you. I agree with you. If we could go ahead and reverse nicely, but you could just tell, dude, this was like super like dumped in purpose. There's something going on. Like if we lose this support, it's not gonna look too good. I'm probably gonna go ahead and take my little L and call it a day, because This thing should have reversed, but we're gonna go ahead and see. Right now we're looking at the 5-minute chart, and we're gonna go ahead and see how things go. Either way, if this trade doesn't go as we all planned, it's gonna be like $100 loss, which it's not that bad, but honestly the goal is to make no losses, especially after coming multiple losses this week. So we're gonna go ahead and see. But either way, honestly, if I think about it, from the money that I made off fees through say Ethereum, I kind of could pretty much claim that $78, so that's not bad. Yeah, but Bitcoin's recovering too, man. I think Bitcoin's gonna go ahead and break above 27,128 and hopefully break above 29,000. And if we do go ahead and hit 29,000 or above 29,000, it's gonna be looking really, really good. I think we're gonna have a good bullish week next week. I don't know. I have a strong feeling. But then again, I also had a strong feeling about Illuminati, and look where it's at right now. You know what I mean? That's why you can't think too much with emotions. You have to think logically. And logically, honestly, it made no sense to invest in a project called Illuminati. 1.2 thousand holders, man. This is wild. You really can't make any of this shit up. Really can't. As long as we don't see no freaking like liquidity pulled from to... Look at this guy's name. It's funny, man. So yeah, we're down about $100. It's not too big of a deal. Okay, yeah, now it's not looking too well, man. It's not looking too well. We need to go ahead and hold above it. Losing support. He says at least the dev in India or whatever, he is still ordering his Lambo soon. Yeah, 100%, man. At least we it's a good cost. It's a good cost, I guess. Losing support, not too good, John. Yeah, 100%, bro. It's losing support. It's not looking too good. Ah, fuck. But unfortunately, we are here holding the bag from his escape. 100%, bro. Yeah, I think this is going to be time to freaking sell. This thing dumps a little bit more. I mean, we already lost support, man. Honestly, we don't really need no more data to go ahead and back this. We lost support. If this is like worth jumping back into, we're going to go ahead and buy real quick, but I don't think it is right now. I'm going to go ahead and have my bag ready. Slippage. Go ahead and have that up and running. We're going to go ahead and see where this thing goes. I'm going to see if we see any more, if we see a little bit more of a buys. Okay. Okay, we just got some buys right now. Just got some buys. Okay, we're getting more. We're about to push to the upside. Some guy just bought $4,000 worth, bro. They're purposely dumping this, dude. If you see these buys that are going through right now, are like 2 ETH, 3 ETH, 4 ETH. Like, this is getting wild, bro. Yeah, they're getting a good amount of freaking ETH buys right now. 1.8, 1.8. Come on, come on. Let's push to the upside, bro. I feel like I'm almost playing a freaking gambling freaking game right now, dude. Like, I'm just like straight gambling with my money. This ain't trading, bro. This is gambling right now. When you invest in a kind of token like this, it's straight gambling, man. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt if it's staged, to be honest. I wouldn't doubt if the same team is like buying the tokens themselves with multiple wallets. Yeah, apparently we're getting all these massive buys right now, bro. Like, it's literally just running through of buys. Buys. It could possibly also be like they're buying their own tokens with the money that they just made. I mean, they made $1.5 million, right? So, like, if they go ahead and fake all these buys to go ahead and push it to incentivize more people to buy, they're going to buy bigger bags, right? But right now we are seeing some buying pressure coming in. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Everything's, but then again, what is not staged, man? Like, what isn't staged? At this point, like, everything's freaking staged. Like, the stock market's staged, crypto's staged. I mean, look at this guy that just paid $15,000, bro. Like, look at this $15,000 buy. He has $1.2 million. Rosita's coin. $33,000 in Pepe. Dude, there's no way this guy doesn't know something we don't know, bro. There's no way. This guy has 1.2 mil in his holdings and just spent $15,000 in his freaking token, man. I think this is going to be the breakthrough. 10 ETH bots. This is wild, man. This is wild, bro. If this could actually go ahead and pump and break above resistance, then we're going to be looking solid, and it's going to be a great weekend, and we're going to be celebrating. And that's what I want to go ahead and do, right? But in order for all of us to go ahead and do that, we need to go ahead and see. We need to go ahead and see this get back to 50% levels to begin with. So we're still kind of screwed, honestly. And I'm going to tell you what I don't want to see, because this is what usually happens with this kind of patterns, right? And I'm telling you, it's a meme coin, so I don't know how much we could really actually take this. But look, this is a head and shoulders pattern right here. Sorry, let me go ahead and do this. Or my bad. It was like this. And if this gets rejected right here, we're gonna go down. We're gonna go down like all the way over here, and this is what might happen. But what we need for this to happen is that we need for this to go ahead and break above right here, consolidate, break, and then break. And then once we're here, I think we're good. We're gonna go ahead and climb our way all the way up. But in order for that, we need to go ahead and break above this. We need to break above this, man. Come on, you guys got this. You got this. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll just go ahead and move this area of support above right here, and we'll call this the support, right? Because it basically kind of is. So we just call this the area of support. So what we need to go ahead and do is we need to break above this in order to get rid of this head and shoulders pattern, because this is a head and shoulders pattern right here, man. It's not bullish, and usually with head and shoulders pattern, it does one last pump before having a massive dump to the downside. So until we get rid of that freaking pattern that looks like it's forming, then we could see what I tell you. What I freaking tell you, bro. You can't make any of this shit up. $6,000 just sold like that. Look, $6,000 just sold right there. Literally on the area that we're about to break support. Like, we're this close to breaking support, and it's literally following this freaking head and shoulders pattern to the dot. Vernon says, next time you can do a stream on a pre-sale, but this time you won't invest a cent and discourage anybody from investing. Then we can see how it trades, and if it looks good, there is where we get in. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking, man. Next time we stream and we do a pre-sale, which we're not going to do pre-sales anymore, we'll do live pre-sales, because it seems like this is the move, right? Because on the last stream that I made, I did another pre-sale as well, I think, live, and a lot of people like them, right? And the good thing about these pre-sales is that we get to go ahead and learn what really goes on in these pre-sales, right? Because these pre-sales are like something that you can reflect back on, right? Pre-sales either do super good or they dump 50% like this and they rug pull. And so far right now, I could tell you this does not look like a full-on rug. It does look fishy, but I could tell you this is not a rug yet. Yeah, at least not yet, right? But looking at this, look how nasty this chart looks. It does look nasty, but like I mentioned, if we could get some sort of reversal, which on the 5-minute chart looks actually pretty good. It doesn't look as bad as we're thinking on the daily, right? But we do need to go ahead and continue to get that buying pressure, at least right here. And then we could go ahead and confirm that, you know what, yes, it's time to go ahead and buy the dip. But it does look like volume is increasing. So I think we might be good, but I can't confirm that yet until we break this line right here, which we are getting buying pressure, though. Just need to get a little bit more. We need a little bit more. Literally, as soon as we break through this, we're going to be good. But yeah, with these pre-sales, like I mentioned, the good thing about these pre-sales is that This is going to be the last pre-sale we do it like this. If we do jump into other pre-sale live, we're only going to put in like 20 bucks or 40 bucks. And that's it. And then we're going to go ahead and wait for this thing to dump. And then we're going to go ahead and buy it. Because even if you waited for the 50% dump and then you bought in, look at this. You were still able to sell with the 34% pump. So like imagine waiting for a 40% dump. You wait for the 40% dump. You go ahead and re-enter right here. And you sell for another 35%. So almost a 40%. You buy at a 40% dump and you sell at a 40% pump. So it's a lot easier to trade this than, you know, be panicking about like where this thing's gonna go, because imagine if you put in like $5, $10, $20,000 into this pre-sale, bro. You'd be like freaking out. I mean, I know I would if I didn't really know what was going on with the project, right? But this is the reason why we don't invest in pre-sales anymore, right? So hopefully we're crossing our fingers that this could be that one story where we're like, hey, remember, bro, when this thing dumped like 50% and we were panicking? We're glad we freaking held that back. So hopefully we can have that. We can have that talk, right? Hopefully we can have that kind of talk where we could say and laugh and be like, yeah, dude, we made so much money. That'd be definitely a good conversation to look forward to. So we're getting ready to break through that. Like I said, our main focus should be the 5-minute chart, just because it's a little bit more in the bigger time frame. So we're getting close to breaking above that. Like I think we could push through it. Even on the 15-minute chart, it's looking pretty good. But like I said, I'm not gonna go ahead and confirm that we're good yet until I get a reason to say that. I don't even think the RSIs work on freaking meme tokens, bro. I'm gonna get rid of the RSI. But we are pumping, look. We are pumping. I mean, there's no way this guy dumped $15,000 without a purpose, bro. Think about it. Who throws freaking $15,000 into a project called Illuminati not knowing if they're gonna make money or not? There has to be like some insider, like freaking elite Illuminati group out there that tells them, hey, bro, we're gonna go ahead and buy this token called Illuminati. Let's go ahead and pump it. Vernon says, imagine the pre-sale turns into a Rolex buy for you. Dude, that'd be sick, bro. If we could go ahead and make that happen, I'm definitely going to go ahead and show you guys the kind of watch I'll get. Luckily, right now, the watch industry has dumped a lot. Like, ever since we had the whole entire pandemic thing. Because, you know, the whole entire pandemic thing caused a lot of things to dump. You know, if this trade goes pretty well, you know, I'm definitely going to treat myself with a nice watch. And luckily, you know, Rolexes are pretty cheap right now. They're not. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say they're cheap. I just want to say they're not as overpriced as they were, you know, a year and a half. They were super overpriced, bro. Like super overpriced watches. They were charging sometimes even like $5,000 more than what they should be charging for a watch. So this guy sold about $11,000. This looks like about a bot, freaking bot. So he bought about 11,000 and he sold for about $200 profit, which is not bad, man. I wish I had that kind of freaking buying power right now, where you just use a buy and just, you know, do a little scalp trade right there. That was like about 200 bucks in like 1 second. $200 in 1 second, man. It's not too bad. If only, yeah, 100% if only. That's why I don't go into any of these trades like hoping, wishing, and dreaming, man. Honestly, like I just do what I could do and just control the controllable and then just move on, you know? Like, I'm not really expecting much from this launch. Like if tomorrow I wake up with a couple grand, I'm gonna be excited. I'll be like, nice, okay, now let's go ahead and start game planning to go ahead and multiply this money, because it's all about multiplying your money, right? Anybody can make money, but it's all about conserving the money that you make plus make more money. Meaning, do not go ahead and gamble it all the way back into the shit coins that we're in. So if I could get me a nice little watch with this project, that'd be cool. But it's not something I'm expecting, you know? I don't have high hopes when it comes to these projects, man. Just because I've been disappointed so many times. Like, I've been disappointed so many times with these tokens that I just... Like, I don't go in with my mindset of like, oh, if I make this much money, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna do this. It's like, not until I have the money in my hand, then I'll figure out what I want to do. But honestly, I already know what I'm gonna spend my money on. And I recommend a lot of you to have that. Like if you have a plan, like let's say for example, if you put in a couple grand into a trade or a couple $100, and you make a couple $100 or a couple grand, and you've been wanting to buy something for yourself, just go in with the mindset that you already know what you're gonna buy. You know what I mean? Meaning like before you go in with the trade or whatever you're doing, go in with the mindset before even this trade ever happened of knowing what you want to buy. Like if I make a boatload of money, bro, like I already know what to buy. Like I already have my checklist. I already know what car I'm going to get myself. I know what watch I'm going to get myself. Like I know what I'm going to do with my money. You know what I mean? And I recommend all of you to have that kind of mindset. It's like already be prepared, because the money's going to come to you. Trust me. The money's going to come one way or another, whether it's the Illuminati token, whether it's say Ethereum, maybe it's a really successful trade you get. You're gonna get the money, but it's all about like what are you gonna do with that money once you get it, right? If you have no plan to it, then you're gonna be kind of stuck. You're gonna be like, damn, dude, what should I do with this? And you might end up like giving it back to the market, because there's been times where I made this one time on Pepe 2, I made about 30 grand in a day, and I wanted to make 100,000, and I didn't have a plan. But if I would have gone with a plan of like, dude, if I made $30,000, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this and that right now, you know, and ended up giving all the money back to the market literally the day that I got the money. So this is the kind of mistake you don't want to make. Making money in this market is very, very possible, but it's all about keeping the money that you make, right? It's all about not giving it back to the market, because you can make a couple grand overnight. Literally, you can make a couple thousand, maybe a couple million. But if you don't have the right mindset when it comes to trading, not be too emotional, kind of like the way we did right now with this pre-sale, that we were all hyping up, being moon boys about this thing going to the moon, and next thing you know, we put our money in the dumps. we don't want to do that. We definitely do not want to go ahead and do that again, right? So not being too emotional when it comes to a lot of this, so. Because then you could do the wrong mistake, right? Especially when you're, this kind of reminds me with leverage trading, is that when you're leverage trading and you don't understand what you're getting into. Like I know this thing's hype, man. So I don't feel uncomfortable with this token. It is a little bit panicking, but even if I cut my loss right now, I'm only going to take a $100 loss. So a $100 loss is not that bad. Obviously, I would have rather not lose any money. But this is the reason why we're analyzing it right now live, right? That's why we're spending that extra time right now analyzing it, looking at how the community's doing. Because when it comes to these meme tokens, a lot of people just sometimes buy and they're like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and forget about it, and it's going to go up eventually. But if you're not analyzing it like the way that we're looking at it right now and go in with a plan, you're going to lose everything. You're going to lose everything. So this is the reason why I'm telling you, go in with a plan. I told a lot of you, my plan was to go ahead and take a 3x from this project. Seeing this, I think we could go a little bit above a 3x. But I don't know. We're going to go ahead and analyze it once we get closer to our goal at 3x. If we see more hype in the market, we're going to go ahead and wait. But until then, we're going to go ahead and stick to the goal that we need to go ahead and break this resistance first, in order for us to continue to be bullish, right? We're getting dumped on right now. You'll see who dumped. $3,000 just got dumped right now. Another wallet right here, $9,000 dumped. E5. And I think this is the guy that invested. Was this the idiot that invested like freaking... Oh, this guy's a holder of Ethereum. What did I tell you guys? I told you this, chat. Like, look, I told you, I said, you know what? I think Ethereum's dumping because a lot of these people ended up selling their bags on Ethereum, probably took profits or probably broke even or probably exited the whole entire position to jump into this project Illuminati. And there's a reason why we've been seeing that dump on Ethereum. But if Ethereum does really good tomorrow on Gate.io, you just sold your bag at a 50% loss and probably panicked and lost all your money. You know what I mean? And this is kind of the reason why you don't want to go ahead and be jumping onto this FOMO, fear of missing out, kind of like what I did. You know, I sold my Lisa, but then again, Lisa just does, it looks like it's going to take a long time to recover. I had this in my mind. I said, if Illuminati launches, a lot of the hype's going to go there. What's going to happen with Ethereum? It's going to take a dip because some people are going to take profits. They're going to go ahead and FOMO into this new project, Illuminati. Lisa's super down, so Lisa was more than likely destined to go ahead and dump a lot. And we're going to go ahead and see what Lisa does, right? But if we see any of these projects recover, you just re-enter back at a position. It's all about just cutting your losses quickly, you know? It's really what it's all about. So even at Illuminati right now, we'll take about a $80 loss, which is not too bad of a loss, right? Like I mentioned, we want obviously the goal is to have no losses, but that's not the game. So right now I even lost my freaking chart that I drew, and we're gonna go ahead and redraw it one more time because I don't know where we were at. I think we're breaking. We need to break this area right here, resistance. We're gonna break this area right here. Just call this a new support. So we need to see this pump, man. Like I told you, we're still at this head and shoulders pattern. And like I said, until we could go ahead and break above this, then the validation of the head and shoulders pattern is out the way. That thing's not there anymore. But as long as we continue to hold on onto this pattern, which is still possible, we can still go ahead and dump 50%. And this is the reason why we have to be like on point with this, right? So I would recommend, if you're going live on a position like this and there's a lot of volatility and you don't have any stop losses like right now, or even with volatility like this, I don't like putting stop losses because they usually fake you out. But like when you're entering projects like this, you don't want to just buy and then just leave it out. And this is the mistake a lot of people do. They buy a token and they just leave it and forget it. They're like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna check in a week. And that's why a lot of people lose a lot of money, because I used to do that. You know what I mean? I used to jump into a project. I'll see a dump, and I'll be like, oh, it'll recover next week. And it just kept on dumping, kept on dumping, kept on dumping. And that's because I didn't go in with a plan, right? If you don't go in with the plan with this, you're going to lose all your money. It's okay that we jumped into Illuminati and we're down 50%, right? It's okay. That's just the part of trading. You're going to go ahead and make some money. You're going to lose some money. You might not be right all the time, right? I'm sure there's a lot of people shorting Bitcoin right now, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money getting liquidated. Just watch. But it's not about being right all the time. It's about knowing when to go ahead and cut your losses. So if we don't see this reverse anytime soon, then I'm not going to go ahead and celebrate and cheer on. But as long as we could go ahead and recover and break through that area of resistance, then I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm okay. I'm going to go ahead and relax for the night today, and I'm going to go ahead and wait till tomorrow. It doesn't mean the price can't change, but it just means that it's giving us a sign that there's definitely some bullish action coming in. And as long as we don't struggle to go ahead and break above this purple line, then we should be good. So what we need to go ahead and see is we need to go ahead and see this break above it. If we get rejected, we could go ahead and get rejected one more time before breaking through the upside. If we get rejected right away, like let's say we get rejected right here and we're seeing it struggle, and we fall back down to support, and we fall a little bit down below support, we're more than likely going to go ahead and go down, and this thing's done. That means we're 50% dump. It's here, and that's what we don't want to go ahead and see, right? So as long as we get a little bit more buying pressure to push this to the upside, we should be good. And if it dumps right here, I'm going to sell. That's the plan. And if it dumps down even further and we're seeing some bullishness, then we just jump in. You know what I mean? Maybe we're going to have to go ahead and re-jump in again at a higher price. I don't know. I doubt it. But I think this is bullish in my opinion until I get the confirmation that we're not. And my confirmation is going to be dumping down to around this level right here. We also don't want to go ahead and see this get rejected right here and then dump, because that might also happen. So it's going in with the scenarios and understanding this. Verdon says we really need a good project to restore some faith for us and stuff like this. Yeah, man. I mean, this is what a lot of these scammers and a lot of these projects hope on. You know what I mean? They bounce off fear and greed. You know, that's all we have right now, man. We think about it. Sit back. We got freaking FOMO'd into a project called Illuminati, man. Like you can't make this shit up. Like, we also have to be accountable for our responsibility, right? We could blame the developers and blame that they're scammers, but we could also blame ourselves for being greedy and make a lot of money. Like, we wouldn't be tripping out right now, panicking, if we were up 20x, right? We would be like, dude, we were freaking geniuses for doing that. But guess what? They raised over $1.5 million. This had to happen. You know what I mean? Some people got shaken out. Some people probably lost a lot of money. And this thing more than likely could possibly recover. And if it does recover, people ended up losing because they had to go ahead and sell their bag early on, right? And this is the reason why you need to understand at least TA to some extent. I know it doesn't really work on meme tokens, but if you understand it to some sort of extent, you know when to exit. Like, I've called out a lot of dumps on a lot of these meme tokens before they dump like 50-60% because I understand TA and a little bit sentiment of the market, right? We don't always nail it all the time. You can't, you know what I mean? This thing could literally go ahead and break this area of resistance, fake everybody out, thinking that the project's back alive, and it could just dump when we're all sleeping or something. So really the only people we got to really, you know, be accountable for, we have to be accountable for ourselves and look at, like, you know, what we did wrong here. I got head slam last pre-sale. I got head slam on MetaBot. I put in about 200 bucks. And I came out with about $40. So, you know, buy high, sell low. And we lost money there. Yeah, I told myself I won't jump into a pre-sale. And then here you go, John. Jumps into another freaking pre-sale named Illuminati. Like this is hilarious, right? So, really, whatever we get out of this, it's really more of a self-reflection we should go ahead and do. And really analyze what we should do moving forward. And the move is just let's not buy pre-sales anymore. And if we do buy pre-sales, just go ahead and buy a small amount. And then from there on, we can just go ahead and decide to add more to our bags. But to all those that are just can't even speak right now, bro. To all those that are just tuning in to the channel, welcome. If you're holding Illuminati, you want to go ahead and see whether this thing is still alive, is this going to dump, go ahead and continue to watch the stream. That's what we're currently doing right now. I'm in a small position right now. I put in about $300, currently down about 100 bucks. And a lot of people are panicking to go ahead and see if this is going to be a rug pull. I don't know. I think this thing could have potential, but we're looking at these areas in order for this to go ahead and break above. Then we could be a little bit more relaxed, right? But until then, yeah, we have a lot to go ahead and worry about. So right now we're just waiting patiently. We're going to go ahead and see if we could really recover and break above this area of resistance. If we could, then we're good to go, right? That means this project's going to go back to where we started, and we might have new all-time highs. I don't know. So if you are a holder of Illuminati, go ahead and smash that like button for me, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts. Are you still bullish on this? Did you sell? What is going on with the news? So we have long ways to go still. Let's be honest. We have about 49%. Well, duh, I could have just calculated that myself. We still have about 40% to go. So until we break this area of resistance, we could go ahead and take a little breather and feel a little bit comfortable. That little meme turned a few bucks into millions. It's sad. Nothing nowadays can replicate a fraction of that. Yeah, man, 100%. It's because people just go off of greed, bro. That's kind of the problem. Like, we just have too much greed in the space that we need to, like, understand, like, the other side of the field. Like, we have to understand that these developers don't really have the best interest for us. They have the best interest for themselves. And that's what we have to understand when it comes to a lot of this, right? Like, the teams and developers only care about themselves. They don't care about us. Dude, you know, if they run off with our money, they're gonna run off with like $1.5 million and like literally what, in less than a week? What, launching a project and then pulling the rug? Like tell me how efficient that could be. You know what I mean? Tell me how hard that is to go ahead and pull. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, because I was looking at this pre-sale for the last couple of days. Since yesterday, I was looking at this pre-sale. And I had a feeling to go ahead and buy some, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait and see how people react to it, right? When we were streaming, we saw how much money got poured in. Was it, you know, the team's money ready to go ahead and manipulate to make it seem like there was hype? Who knows, right? We don't know. Maybe it was like a lot of insider traders, you know, buying in early and then dumping in as soon as it went. We don't know their intentions. And that's why I tell you, every time when it comes to a lot of these meme tokens, take everything they say with a grain of salt. You can't trust and believe everything they say. You need to go ahead and really witness it with your eyes. You know what I mean? Like, if this thing doesn't pick up soon, it's gonna look super, super bad for the team, right? But then again, they could have already pulled out with the money they made. I mean, they made 1.5 million, bro. Like, if this was a rug, they should have already rugged it at least right now. But we don't know what their game plan is, right? We don't know what their plan is. So I would suggest all of you. I mean, the contract is renounced, which really doesn't mean shit. But I would suggest all of you to be on the lookout for on the contract. Check if you see anything ever. If it says like removing liquidity, that means they pull the rug on us, right? They have multiple rug pulls. They have the one where they do a slow rug, where they hype up the community thinking that it's still bullish, and they're slowly waiting for the liquidity to be unlocked. I don't even know how long they have locked liquidity. And that just tells you how much I don't even freaking know, bro. Like, I don't even know. I just bought in because of the hype. And imagine how many people did the same thing, not even knowing what they're looking at right now. At least you and I are looking at the charts, and we're making sure this is still going to pump or not. If this is straight out. You know what I mean? But a lot of people are not. A lot of people are reacting based off of emotion, not knowing what's going on. Luckily, I got in a few minutes late, or else I would have been panicking too, and I would have panic sold. Yeah, we really do, bro. We really do need some people with, you know, solid intentions in this space. Unfortunately, it's just full of scammers, man. That's just the reality of this space. And it's not just crypto, bro. It's worldwide. The problem is that with crypto, the reason why there's more scammers here is because it's fully decentralized, and it's a lot easier to get into the space. Like, you could deploy a smart contract within seconds, like straight up. Like, if I wanted to come up with my own crypto, like, it's really easy. You know what I mean? It doesn't take any brain cells to really deploy a freaking meme token. It really doesn't. It doesn't take any brain cells to go ahead and do this. The only thing it does take, it takes a lot of lack of morals to go ahead and scam a lot of people. And if you have that, I guess you could pull that one off really easily, right? But it doesn't really take a lot of brain cells to go ahead and deploy a token such as this or any of these freaking meme tokens. And that's why people see, the thing is, a lot of people do have the belief that they want to go ahead and do good on a project. The problem is, it's that it's really difficult to go ahead and launch your project more than what people think. People think you just launch projects and they just go to millions of dollars, and it's not the reality of the case, right? But it's this easy to go ahead and launch literally a project. You just go over to their contract right here, and you literally just copy source, and you just change a few things like the name, the buy and sell tax, the wallets, and all of that. Provide a little bit of liquidity, and you launch your token within less than 3 seconds. Like, we could literally do that, you and I, right now. It's that simple. And this is the reason why there's a lot of scammers in the space, especially now that we have, you know, services such as Presale, where you can just go ahead and pay a couple dollars. I think Presale, to go ahead and launch in pre-sale, is about $300 depending on the package you choose, because Presale sells you on the badges. So if you want a KYC badge right next to your name to create more credibility, it's only $300 more. And I know this because I've spoken to the team on Presale, you know what I mean? I wanted to go ahead and know how this thing works, because I was helping out a metaverse project. I was an advisor, and they charge money to have the KYC, the audit, all of this. You can even check yourself. Like, if you check to like launch your own token, like if you create your own token and you type all of these things in, like, look, standard, you can literally create a token that quick. That's how easy it is to create a token. Look, $15. It costs you $15 or $30 in total to go ahead and deploy a token right now. You see how easy it is? This is the reason why people like, and especially now you have tools like Presale where all it takes is one click and that's it. You saw how easy it was for me to create freaking meme tokens right now live. You know what I mean? So like that's the reason why we have a problem with this space right here. And right now we're getting rejected. So if we go ahead and fall below this, it's probably gonna be a goner. But let me go ahead and run to the restroom real quick, man. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick, I think. Well, I don't think. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'll be right back, right? Alright, I'm back. I was really holding that one in, man. Apologize for that. Bro, I've been finishing like almost one of these gallons a day. Stay hydrated. Yeah, man. At least you didn't decide to. At least you decided not to go ahead and invest too much, dude. If it went to zero, that'd be crazy. Yeah, that'd be hilarious, bro. That'd be hilarious, bro, because I was literally holding that one in for a cool minute and I didn't want to dip. Rough times in the market, 100%. Did you already sell out of your position, Toke? Or Takal? Did you already sold out of your position on this? Right now, the main thing is we're gonna go ahead and see if we need to go ahead and cut our positions. I have hope for this until we no longer do, and until we no longer do, it's breaking the area of resistance that I'm saying. I don't know why, dude. There's a lot of people buying in these crazy. People are saying supposedly the same team as Colt. I don't know how true that is. One ETH coming in. We're having some decent buys right now. Vernon says, Tommy John, what would be the nastiest thing they could do now to hurt the project? The big thing that could happen is just freaking literally pull the rug. I mean, what is this project sitting at, man? They're sitting at a 1.2, pretty much a 2. Let's just say 2 million market cap, right? They could just pull all that out. They could just pull out with 2 mil and they're chilling pretty much, unless they have a percentage locked up on pink sale, right? Which I don't think any of us know. Like, I don't think any of us even know if they had any sort of locked liquidity for the token. Probably not going to load up to see. It says 6 months locked liquidities, supposedly. 6 months locked liquidity, 35 tokens burned, contract renounced, 4 audits, aggressive marketing, tier 1 callers, tier 1 influencers, CMC fast track, CG fast track, DEX tools trending, centralized exchange ready, mainstream media releases, Chinese Telegram. A Chinese Telegram would be good, bro. So they do have one. And the all-seeing eye awaits you. That's what we fell for. Natural selector, he says, rug, it's only been out for an hour. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. So they do have liquidity locked for about 6 months, bro. So I guess that makes us feel a little bit more comfortable, but that just tells you as well that this could also be a slow rug, which is something we just have to go ahead and be aware of. But we do see that liquidity has been locked, and you have about $1.4 million of liquidity locked for 6 months. So they have either two options, right? They either really push this to the upside, or they slow rug for 6 months. That's really the only thing they do. But I mean, they really have no other option but to really push this, in my opinion. But I don't know. We're gonna go ahead and see this. I mean, I'm not liking this kind of action already. Be honest. I'm not liking this action right here. It looks like we're making lower lows. Come on, come on, Natural. Most of these coins are scams. It's not looking good, man. Yeah, 100%. I think it's all about being optimistic. I'm like the most optimistic person you'll probably meet, but I'm also the most upfront person that you could also meet. You know what I mean? It's like, if I don't like something, if I don't believe in something, I'm going to tell you straight up, regardless of what your opinion is, right? But I've been seeing this address buy in a lot, dude. I wonder if this is a bot or what this thing is. This thing's holding about $18,000, and I've been seeing a lot of buy and sell going on from this token right here. So I don't know what the heck is going on with this guy right here, buying and selling every freaking minute. It's like he can't make up his mind whether he wants to be in the trade or out. But what I'm trying to say, or maybe that's a market maker, that's what it is. But the thing is what I'm trying to say is that there's a difference between being optimistic and being delusional. You know what I mean? Being optimistic is you know, really believing something could go ahead and come back, in my opinion. Being delusional is having the red flags that it's a straight, you know, it's not going to go back up, but you're being delusional, believing an illusion that doesn't exist. You know what I mean? So I think those two things are two different things, and a lot of people get mixed up optimistic with being delusional. And I think that's why a lot of people get wrecked when it comes to trading or even being in these meme tokens, is that sometimes we put a little bit too much emotion into these projects or trades, and we're thinking more in an emotional kind of state of mind, and we're thinking in a delusional way as well. You know, we're not being optimistic. And being optimistic is me right now. You know what I mean? I'm being optimistic that this thing's going to be able to break through. That's me being optimistic. But I gave you the both scenarios. I already told you where I'm going to sell if this trade goes sideways. If this trade doesn't go where I'm telling you we should be at in order to be bullish, I'm going to go ahead and even give it a little bit more of a hit, because usually sometimes manipulation purposely happens, right? To go ahead and scare people out. If it dumps all the way around this area right here, I'm going to sell. I would have sold as soon as it lost its resistance right here. Honestly, like realistically, I should be selling right now because it lost its support. But I'm not, because I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's being heavily manipulated. So we're going to go ahead and give it a chance, because right here, it dumped all the way down and it found this area of support and then it bounced back up quickly. But also, we don't know if this pump was a fake out to go ahead and trap more newbies in, to go ahead and dump this thing all the way down. Because people love buying on the green. They don't like buying on red. I don't know why. For whatever reason, the psychology behind that, people love buying green, not red. So being delusional would be, I already told you my area of support. Like ideally, I would have not wanted a break right here, or even right here, but I'm going to give them a chance. I'm going to be like, all right, you know what? I'll give you a chance. Now, if you approach this area right here, I'm going to sell. It is what it is, and I'm even taking a bigger hit than I should, because I understand how this manipulation works. They're going to go ahead and try to do a fake out tactic or scare tactic in order to go ahead and push this even higher. Being delusional would be if this thing dumps right here and I still don't go ahead and do a stop loss, or if I don't sell my position right here at this area. That'd be me being delusional, knowing that, hey, you know what, it broke my support, the trade's not going my way, it's making lower lows as we're seeing right now, it tried breaking above this area of resistance, it's being rejected, it's not going our way. And that would be delusional, right? Still believing that this thing's gonna pump. Can it still pump? Yes. And maybe, and this is the reason why you have to look at different time charts, maybe on the 5-minute chart, we could go ahead and have this simple reversal right here. And that's me being optimistic right now. So me being optimistic is us hitting that 1943, and look at that dump. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. And I'm going to give it a chance, which I shouldn't. Honestly, realistically, this shit, the fact that it couldn't break above this is already bearish. But I've seen multiple times when something like this would go ahead and be a fake out and reverse and go back up. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a time, a few more minutes, probably 10 more minutes. I think more than likely we're going to go ahead and drop below here if we don't reverse quick. And if we don't start getting some buys and some buying pressure, this thing's going to dump down to 1409, and I'm going to be selling my position. I don't know, it'll probably be a $100 loss. I hope that's not the case. It might be a little bit higher, to be honest. It might be, it's another 10%, so it's not that bad. From this support right here down to this low could be another 10%. So we're going to go ahead and see where that thing goes right now. DeFi says 5 minutes. Yo, he only invested 150. I'm gonna see where this goes. It got manipulated. Yeah, manipulated at drop. Sorry, doing laundry. You're good. Vernon says, let's hope some miracle happens here though, while not is lost. Yeah, 100%, man. Shit is a gamble, fam. I ain't salty. 100%. I only invested about $300, bro, so I ain't tripping too much either. I mean, I am disappointed that, you know, I was expecting a nice little 3x from the beginning, but I'm sure everybody was expecting that. I'm sure everybody was expecting to go ahead and come out with a nice freaking bag. Dude, if you kind of think about it, everybody was expecting like a freaking 3 to 20x. So honestly, this kind of like got a lot of people out of the market. So if this thing doesn't reverse soon, then we're doomed. We're doomed, right? So I put in about 300 bucks. I'm at 200 right now. If this thing does go down lower, I think I'll probably have to pull out at like 180, which obviously I don't want to, right? But that's just the case. Heed says he put 5K. Damn, bro, you're wild, bro. This thing could probably go back up. I don't know. But I would suggest, bro, obviously not financial advice. Like, if you no longer feel comfortable, you're just gonna have to take that L, bro. Because the problem is that if you're still holding, then you're gonna lose the full 5K, right? But like right now, you can still pull out with like $2,500 or something like that. Heed, you don't put 5K on a project unless you use some insider on the project. 100%, bro. 100%, man. Especially these pink cells, man. But I'm sure you're able to afford 5 grand, Heed. I'm sure you could afford losing 5 grand, because I told you, I told all of us, right? I told all of us, only invest in where you're willing to lose, because these pink cell tokens are usually scams, bro. 99% of them are scams. 1% are not. So like the fact that we can hit at 1%, it's like straight gambling. I'm not gonna go ahead and tell you if you should go ahead and pull out, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull out if we hit this area right here. So if you're trying to go ahead and make up your decision, obviously not financial advice, I'm doing TA on it right now because I put in $300 and my position's worth 223, so it's not that bad, right? So if this if Illuminati drops down to the 1409, it's gonna be time to, I'm gonna take my loss, bro. It is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and take my L, move on, and reflect in my freaking live on why I invested in a freaking token called the Illuminati, right? Then again, I only put in 300 bucks. That's pretty good, man. If you made 14 grand from Wall Street memes, that was pretty good. I just lowered my chair. Let me freaking... Okay, there you go. Yeah, man. The thing is, it's not the common thing, especially right now, since we're in a bear market. Like 9 out of 10, these pre-sales are always going to scam. It just so happened that Ethereum was a good one. And that's kind of like where it all starts, right? All it takes is one project. All it takes is one project to get somewhat of some success in order for everybody to believe that every pre-sale is going to pump. So after this one, I hope a lot of people learn their lesson. I'm sure there's probably going to be a few out there that we're going to be like, snap, man, I should have jumped into it. But right now is not the time to be investing that kind of money, especially on meme tokens. We're at 1.8 right now, mil. 1.8 mil. We're probably going to drop, dude. Luckily, luckily we didn't put too much money, bro. But I could imagine. You have to go always, when it comes to these trades, you have to always look at the worst scenario too. You have to look at the scenario of like, if I put in this kind of money, if I put the $5,000 in, am I okay comfortably, emotionally able to lose that money? Like, am I okay losing that money? Like, will my mental health be okay losing that kind of money? Vernon says we're almost at the end. Crap. Yeah, man. Oh, my freaking neck, dude. Yeah, we're getting close to having to sell, man, honestly. And this could recover. But honestly, after this trade that we just did live right now, live stream as well on Pink Cell, I'm not going to be touching no more freaking pre-sales, man. I'm just not. I'm not. Like, this is a lesson learned, right? Like, it took me multiple L's to finally be like, you know what? Okay, we're not doing this anymore. So I'm just not going to touch pre-sales. If this thing doesn't go the right way, actually, even if the pre-sale does good, And let's say Illuminati does pump and we make good money, being optimistic again, optimistic. If it does do all of that we just said, I'm just still not gonna buy into any more pre-sales, man. You can't get greedy. This is the time that we begin to fail, right? Because a lot of you jumped into Ethereum with me as well, and we made money on Ethereum. And Ethereum's holding up very nicely. Gate.io listing, all these centralized exchange listings. Supposedly didn't pay for them, and we did good, right? But now we're going into the mentality that we're gonna hit it big on every freaking project, and it's not the case, man. We've been seeing it. I've already taken, what is it? How many L's have I taken? I've taken one L so far. Actually, 2 L's. Metabot dumped literally 80% out of stars. So this is actually, it's not that bad. The fact that it dropped only 40%, it's not that bad. But 80% dumped. This thing's not looking good, man. I'm gonna be realistic with you. This thing's not looking good. like it's not looking good, bro. Like straight up. Like get ready to like have your shit like up and like I'm already having everything set up. I have my slippage, how much I'm gonna go ahead and sell for. I'm getting ready, dude, because I think this thing's gonna hit our area. This is our area, 1409. Get your wallets ready. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. This thing could literally, as soon as we sell, this thing could moon. But it just depends on your risk or reward. I just don't want to lose any more money. I'd rather just walk out with my 100 and whatever dollars I'm going to have left, and that's it, man. Call it a day. That's what, or call it a night. That's what I'm going to go ahead and take. I know you invested about $5,000 into this. If you want to go ahead and bag hold, because it could go up. It could go up. I'm not going to say it won't. It could go up. But you have to ask yourself, is that the kind of risk you're willing to take? Are you willing to go ahead and take, what is it, half of $5,000? It's probably like around like 2,700 or whatever the case is, 2,500. Let's just say 2,500. Are you willing to take that 2,500 right now when it hits its target area, which more than likely will, because we lost already 2 areas of support or 3? Or do you want to go ahead and bag hold, hoping that it goes up and you recover your money? Because you still have to go ahead and keep in mind, we still have to go ahead and still pump in another additional from this bottom. If we hit this bottom right here, we still have to go ahead and pump another 80%, which is a full 1x. And if this thing doesn't pump to this area of resistance that we're saying, if it doesn't break this area right here, people are going to lose confidence. It's going to create a lot of panic. It doesn't mean it can't go ahead and have a reversal. Like literally as soon as we sell, this thing could pump. But like ideally, I would have been selling right now, but because I know it's being manipulated, I'm going to go ahead and wait. He just pulled out. It's unlikely pull out, John, if it continues to disappoint. Yeah, I'm about to pull out in a little bit, man. It's going down to our target area right now anyways. So if this thing continues, I'm just giving it a game, dude. I'm just giving it a fair loss at this right here, right? Because this thing can still go ahead and reverse. But if it doesn't, I'm just going to go ahead and take the L. And this is kind of the way that you want to do it. See, the thing is, when you trade like leverage, you get fake outs like this, and it usually reverses really quickly and it goes back up. I don't think that's going to be the case because it's not looking, yeah, we already broken multiple areas of support, man. Like, yeah, it's not looking too good. Yeah, look at that. How much am I going to get back, bro? 0.10 ETH. Yeah, we're getting a lot of selling pressure. A lot of selling pressure is coming in, man. Okay. Oh, it's going to hit our target. It's going to hit our target. Yeah, supposedly somebody just asked, wasn't there supposed to be a DEX tools trending? There was. There was supposed to be a DEX tools trending. People are saying no buyback, team is selling. Apparently they airdrop to people. And this is where we're going to have to go ahead and wait for a fake out. Because they might go ahead and reverse this right now. There you go. See what I tell you. It doesn't mean the party's over though. This thing could still go ahead and reverse right here and then dump. So I think right now we're getting the buying pressure back up, and we're getting a lot of buys. Yeah, we're getting the buys coming in right now. We're getting the buys, I'm telling you, man. It's pumping, man. It's literally, these sells are freaking insane. I mean, these buys are insane. This is how you know how freaking manipulated this thing is, bro. Another well added another $1,000. Vernon says the promotional trailer talked about being dedicated and controlled when you thought you were free. It was all exactly what happened. Sal John, it's crap. I pulled out 100%, bro. This is what happens, man. People are saying zero push by any influencers. Team pushing. Let's see. Okay, devs are doing. Wasted all their money on marketing for pre-sale. Now they ain't doing anything for pre-sale. I didn't see any freaking any marketing going on. Did you? Did any of you see any marketing going on? I didn't see any marketing going on with this. Team pushing proof. Yeah, you're crazy. Zero push by any influencers. Dude, there's this guy that just said, he's so pissed. He's like, I lost everything. I buy pre-sale. This coin is the worst ever pre-sale. F. Dude, I'm telling you, bro. You just can't make this shit up, bro. You just can't make this thing up. It's so funny how people are really thinking a reversal's about to happen. I don't know where these buys are coming from, dude. This has to be freaking manipulated, man. Like, these buys are just coming in out of nowhere, bro. Like 4 grand, 3 grand. Like, they have to go ahead and be like pumping this shit themselves. Like I'm being for reals. If this thing reverses right here, this is how you know how manipulated this thing was done on purpose. And this is the reason why I haven't sold yet, because I've noticed, you know, situations like this before. But also, is where the problem comes in, right? The problem also comes is that it pumps. It has another fake out, one last fake out before having the biggest dump. So this is going to be my ultimate test to go ahead and see if this was just a fake out, to go ahead and scare some paper hands, or if this is really the last final dump. And it looks like right now it's reversing, and it's probably going to dump from here. So this is probably going to hit my target area. And as soon as it hits my target area, I'm selling. I'm going to sell this. I wish I was able to put like a stop loss into this, and I can't, or at least I don't know how. What does this thing do? Oh snap! Cool. Okay, no, we don't want that. We want that like that. This is easier. I have my position ready. Sell just in case. And if this thing reverses and breaks through, we're good. Vernon says, let's pay our respects to everybody who got wrecked, including us. 100%, bro. See, the thing is, man, this is the reason why I'm telling you it's okay. All right, it's okay. It's okay. We took an L. I mean, it's not okay. I'm gonna lie to you. It's not freaking okay, bro. We have to really wake up off on this one, right? We bought into a freaking token called Illuminati, talking about all this controlled shit, and then we get freaking wrecked in the face with a 40% dump, right? But what I want to go ahead and say, it's okay that we took an L, dude. That's what happens in trading. Like, if this thing reverses and comes back up, then I don't know what to say, bro. But either way, what I'm trying to say is that since I understand a lot of, like, when it comes to trading, how a lot of this manipulation comes in, and, you know, losing the support was not obviously good, right? But I know fake outs happen like this. If we get rejected right here and we come down, I'm selling, dude. I'm just that simple. But this is the reason why I'm holding on to my position, because I understand these how they fake the market, bro. It's all psychology. This is all a game of psychology. And this is the reason why you have to understand, like, what goes on with this. And it really the only way you learn is through experience. I can't go ahead and sit here and tell you and show you The only way you learn, in my opinion, is through the pain. You learn from the pain, unfortunately. So don't go ahead and, like, you know, be sad. I mean, I'm kind of pretty pissed, to be honest, and I'm probably gonna have to go ahead and go out and do something. But yeah, dude, I'm pretty pissed. I've taken a lot of L's this week, and I'm probably not gonna trade this week anymore. I'm done trading. I'm gonna take a break, man. I'm probably gonna take a little breather for like a week or two, because like right now I'm also shooting bricks with say Ethereum dumping, bro, and I've put in a decent amount. Yeah, guys, what I'm saying, man, is it's don't be too hard on yourself, man. I've been there, done that, and whatever money you lost, just keep in mind that you could always recover, right? And you could always go ahead and rebuy back if you really need to. But this is the reason why every time stuff like this happens, you want to go ahead and go in with a plan, right? Not everybody always makes money. Trust me, traders lose money as well. The only difference is that they have risk management. Some are willing to lose more, others are not, right? If I was investing 10 grand right now, I'd be shooting bricks myself too. So I wouldn't have the same emotion attached to it, because I know I only have $300, and I know $300 is okay. But if I had 30 grand invested into this project, or even 15 grand, I would have been panicking right now, and I probably would have sold after that 50% dump happened. And that's kind of the reason why I always say only invest in where you're willing to lose, because if this does pump back up and breaks through those areas of resistance, this thing's gonna fly through, you know, through the moon. But if it doesn't, then I only lose the amount that I put in. And this is the reason why you have to only go in with a small amount, and just think that that shit's like going to the trash. Like, as soon as you deploy your money into the market, just think that shit's gone. Like, just don't even count on that money anymore. Honestly, you have to go in with that kind of mentality, because there's a lot of manipulation in the market. And if this thing breaks through right now, through that resistance like nothing, you're going to be able to understand this market a little bit more. So it's more of a good lesson too. But I wouldn't be celebrating right now, because this thing still has a potential to go ahead and dump from here. This thing still has a potential to go ahead and dump from here, and then there goes a 50% dump, another 50% dump. So this could just be a fake out buy-in to go ahead and lure more people in. And this is going to be, it's either one of these two things. This is the last checkout, this is the last shakeout for this thing to pump, or this is the last shakeout for this thing to dump 50%. So it's your choice, right? So this is typical. This is typical, and we're seeing a reversal right now. So this thing might dump. And if this hits my target area of the 1409, I'm going to go ahead and say, you know what? I tried battling out on the game. It didn't go my way. I took my little L, and that's it. Just on to the next. Vernon says, at least I didn't lose 2.3K like Ahid. I could not live with myself after that, no matter if I got those Ks for free in some pre-sale. Going to pump to 9 million and then dump. He lost someone's monthly salary in minutes. None knows. Respect to Hamid L's in the chat. L. I bet there's Smo, incredibly unlucky dude who ended himself for losing out on some pre-sale. You really need to be careful. No, yeah, 100%, man. And you know, don't be too hard on yourself, bro. Don't be too hard on yourself. And this is the reason why I tell you, bro. Like, if you're not okay losing 5 grand, you shouldn't be putting 5 grand. It's that simple, bro. And I hope that this is a learning experience, right? This is a learning experience when it comes to this. This is the reason why I always suggest only invest in where you're willing to lose. Only invest in where you're willing to lose. If you're okay losing 5 grand, put 5 grand. Don't panic about it. Have new emotions to it, because when you're trading with emotions, you don't trade the same way. If you're emotionally attached to the value of the money that you put in, you're not going to trade the same way. And this could possibly reverse. Possibly, I don't know. It could reverse. If this thing pumps back up and breaks through all the resistance, that's going to be another lesson of why only invest in where you're willing to lose. Because when you have your emotions attached to a big chunk of money that you threw in because you're afraid to lose, the whales that are trading know how to manipulate the market and how to shake people out. And like I said, this could be the last shakeout for the big reversal, or this could be the last shakeout for this thing to dump 50%. See, the only difference is that I'm ready to take that L. I already took that L since I put my money. So if this thing reverses and dumps down, I'm taking my L and I'm moving on. But this is the reason why you have to understand what the market's potentially going to do. You know, and it's not looking good. It's going to look like it's more likely if it doesn't reverse around this area right here, around the 15 or around even the 15.52, this thing's going to go ahead and dump. And the thing is right now too, on the Telegram chat, they ended up blocking everybody from talking. Some guy just dumped about 9 ETH into the project, another 2 ETH. So you're just seeing a lot of these massive buys coming in, right? You're seeing a lot of these massive buys coming in. So ideally, we would want to go ahead and stay above 1.9 mil to 2 mil. And we want to see if this thing could go ahead and keep up. There was some dude who invested all capital in Illuminati, quite possibly. I'm sure there was, man. I was about to do the same. You have to know when you get in and when you get out, for real. This project looks good. 890 holders, 2 million in pre-sale, yada, yada, yada. I think the project looks good as well, bro. Honestly, like, all realistically, I think it looks good. There's a reason why I haven't sold yet, because I'm analyzing the market. I'm not thinking emotionally right now. I already took the L as soon as I took the place. As soon as I put my money on pre-sale, that money had no value to me. That thing was like gone. I already took the L in my head because I know how these markets can move. And when you're playing with emotions, and this is the reason why I always say invest in where you're willing to lose, because I could tell you my same game that I'm going right now, that if this breaks through, this just shows what it's about, being patient and understanding what you're doing. If this thing does reverse, right? Even if I take the L. But I could guarantee you, I wouldn't be this comfortable if I had 10 grand invested into this, or 30 grand, or 20 grand. I know that I would have freaking, as soon as it dumped 40%, I would have sold my position. I know that for a fact, because I wouldn't be comfortable losing $20,000 anymore. You know what I mean? And that's where the emotions kick in. And that's what I'm saying. You have to be very careful in that and be able to control that, because a lot of these whales know what they're doing. Like when you're longing or shorting a position, you know where a top or a bottom could be. Like the only reason why I even drew this area of support right here is because I've been trading a lot of leverage these last couple months, and I know that this thing could still go ahead and reverse. This is usually a fake out. This is usually a fake out to go ahead and trap more people into thinking this is bullish. And if this thing gets rejected all the way over here, it's over. That means a 50% dump is going to be coming in. But if it doesn't, and this thing breaks through, it just tells you how much manipulation the whales put into this to buy in cheaper, because they bought in a lot cheaper. If you think about it, look how much cheaper they bought in. It's still at 49%. I don't know why I could have sworn I thought it was going to be a lot cheaper than that. But I mean, I guess they got it at a 29% discount from this top to this bottom. It was a 29% discount, and most of them are probably trading this, guys. That's the worst part too, is that I'm sure a lot of these people that are buying in and selling they're trading this, because if you think about it, this was about a 27% pump, or like let's say you ended up buying this dip right here, right? You bought this bottom. That's about another 20%, 31% dump. Let's say you go ahead and short this bottom. That's another 28% pump. And it's just all going up on 28%. So about 30-30. 30-30. 25 and 30%. And this thing could even go as low as over here. Even a little bit lower too. And still be somewhat kind of bullish. You can still go ahead and fall back over here. Realistically, this thing could go ahead and dump right here before pumping one more time and testing out. But ideally, I would like to go ahead and see this just break through right now. If this thing breaks through right here, it's going to be somewhat bullish, and it's going to retest this area of resistance and off to the races. Moon. But if not, then I'm going to go ahead and sell my position right here once we get to this bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to this trade whenever I see a time to go ahead, because I'm not gonna go ahead and sleep on this, man. Like whatever I do, I'm not going to keep my eyes on this trade, because as soon as you keep your eyes on this thing could go ahead and go south. But looking at the 15-minute chart, it looks pretty good too. It looks like it might be having a reversal. This could be the, you know, the area of support, but we don't know that yet, right? It's only been out for about 3 hours. And looking at the 5-minute chart, it looks okay too, but like I mentioned, this is the area of resistance on the 5-minute chart. It would be right here. Right here. That'd be the area right here. So we need to go ahead and see this thing break through in order to get some sort of bullishness back into this trade. But trust me, if I had 5 grand into this, I would have already sold. I'm not selling just because I understand the potential that this thing might have. Might. I don't know if it does. It says that they have a call in about 4 hours. Scheduled video chat in 4 hours. What is that? Is that Illuminati or is that somebody else? Yeah, this is Illuminati. It's scheduled in about 4 hours. We're going to be having some sort of call. I don't know what it is. But we really need to go ahead and see a breakout to the upside on this. Natural Selector says, you know, you have to know when to get in and when to get out. For real, this project looks good. 890 holders, 2 million in pre-sale, yada yada yada. Vernon says John will only invest a little in the future next time. We will check out how the launch plays out before we buy in. Yeah, 100%, bro. I think we should only put in like 50 bucks or 100 bucks, and then if we feel more comfortable, you know, going a little bit deeper. For reals, pre-sale so risky, could have got a better entry. You've 100%, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, we could have got in at a 50% discount, and we would have never been risking so much money, you know? Like, if we would have bought this bottom, bro, if we would have bought this bottom, we would have been okay. Think about it. If we would have bought this bottom, we would have been like, dude, this is solid. I have nothing to worry about. But when you go ahead and buy the top and it dumps 40% as soon as it goes live, it's like, dude, everybody's like freaking out right now, you know? I am. But this is the reason why we're staying neutral, right? We're staying neutral, not too much emotions. We need to go ahead and break this area of resistance, 173, and then once we break this area right here, it's not over. It's not over. It's not over once we break that, because as soon as we break this right here of resistance, now we need to go ahead and retest this area right here at the 1943. So we still have long ways to go. We realistically still have another actually 20% pump is not. Look at that dump. Look at that freaking dump, bro. Look at that dump. Who sold? Let's see. Who sold for how much? I bet it was a bot, man. Just can't make any of this up. It would have been worse if we were all leverage trading, but this is like if you are leverage trading, right? Ooh, look at that, bro. Look at that wick. Look at that wick. Damn, dude, my freaking arm's cracked. Yeah, so right now we're just going to go ahead and keep our eyes on this. And then just figure out what's going to go on. See if this is another last fake out. All right, we're about almost 2 hours into this stream. We're going to have to go ahead and see this reverse soon, or else I'm going to go ahead and take an L on this and just move forward. We could have another reversal right here, and if we do have another reversal right here at this spot, it's going to be looking good. But we just see like these big dumps, and it's a lot of these bots that are dumping, you know what I mean? If you're making little swing trades with multiple wallets in and out with a 20-30% with $10,000-$20,000, you're collecting about $200 to $300 like every second, literally. So I think this is over. I think this might be over. I think this thing's just gonna dump down to the area. We're almost there. Vernon says John just wishes he could go to sleep as a happy boy, having out his money tripled today or more. 100%, bro. 100%. This is the reason why I'm not calling it a day right now, because I really wish, you know what I mean? But this is what it comes with, you know what I mean? You can't take every W, guys. This is what you have to go ahead and keep in mind. You can't win every time. Like, as much as I wish I would have made, like, you know, 4x on today's investment, everybody was thinking the same. Like let's be honest, like, they raised over 1.2 million, and we all have the goals of Lambos and whatever the case is, the goals that you have. Mine's like, dude, if this thing pumps, I'm getting myself a watch, right? And I'm sure a lot of people are thinking the same exact freaking way. So it was destined for this thing to dump 50%. In order for the devs to go ahead and take their profits. You know, they cleared out like 300,000, so they still have to go ahead and clear out about $1 million. So the devs are honestly, at this point, they're better off pumping this and keeping it up, because if they pump this for 6 months, they can go ahead and get out with a bigger bag. But if this thing rug pulls right now, that $1 million is not going to be $1 million anymore. So we also have to remember that game of psychology that they're playing. We have to also remember, like, oh, I'm sure the devs are like rubbing their hands and like, oh snap, bro, we could have came out with 1 point something million. And if you kind of think about it, the devs probably never thought they would have raised 1.5 mil. At least I don't think so, unless their goal really is to go ahead and get this to 10 mil. But if their intentions were to go ahead and rug pull from the beginning, they kind of effed themselves, and they were only able to walk out with $300,000, right? Now they're probably looking at the money like, damn, dude, we're gonna have to figure out how we can pull out 1.3 mil in 6 months while not pulling the rug, because that's gonna be money we're missing out on. So we're gonna go ahead and see how the devs play their cards now. If the devs are gonna go ahead and push this to their own benefit in order for them to go ahead and get a bigger bag. So right now the devs are the only better solution the developers could do at this point, because they already got out their nut, which was $300,000. I don't know how much more control they have of the contract, but they did renounce the contract. It looks like Presale, if I'm not mistaken, is holding on to the 1.3 million of liquidity for the 6 months, or it's slowly going to get released onto a wallet of their choice. But I don't think the developers themselves thought they were going to raise 1.3 million. I don't think they did, because honestly, if their purpose was to go ahead and scam from the beginning, they would have already ran off with the 1.3 mil. The problem is it can't. It's locked in for 6 months. And in order for them to keep that 1.3 mil, they need to keep the value of the token higher, or else it's going to be worthless. You know, if this thing dumps from zero, their token's is not worth anything, and they might not even come out with what was potentially $1 million. So we're going to go ahead and see where things go. Euron says, time for 10 other pre-sales. Meanwhile, that's what they are thinking. 100%, man. Yeah, that's definitely what they're thinking. They're like, dude, we cleared out $300,000 in like what, a week? Let's go ahead and do more. Yeah, now they do have enough money to go ahead and reinvest into the project. But realistically, bro, I don't think they had any idea this thing was going to raise 1.3 mil. Because if you really take a look at their Telegram, when I checked their Telegram, I think at the time they only had about 600 people. And then out of nowhere, all these people came in, right? A lot of people had that FOMO like all of us did, like you and I, thinking this thing was going to 20x from the beginning of the jumpstart. And now they just shook out everybody, and they got it in at a cheaper price. So we're hoping this thing could go ahead and break out to the upside, man. I'm getting another gallon, dude. This is like 5 gallons. It's cap. It's 1 gallon, not 5 gallons, bro. Yeah, man. After a freaking a whole entire trade that you're looking at that dumps 40%, you get thirsty. You know what I mean? When you're panicking that much, yeah. Honestly, at this point, I just want this thing to pump just so I could go ahead and do my thing, man. Honestly, like, I want to go ahead and take a break now, but the moment you take a break, this thing could literally wipe you out. So I could either go ahead and kind of break even, or take somewhat of a, or just cut my losses right now, or I could wait for this thing to hit my points and then just you know, look at this back tomorrow, and hopefully we're at a 20 million market cap. That's really where we're at right now, you know. So that's kind of the reason why we're still looking at this chart. This guy's like, what a water bottle. Hey, what's up, Black Ranger? How's it going? What's up, bro? Recording my video. Nice, man. Let me know once you upload your video, and we definitely have to collab as soon as you go live. Yeah, dude, we gotta stay thirsty, boys. Yeah, dude, but honestly, man, I'm like literally crossing my fingers. I'm like crossing my fingers right now, hoping this thing just pumps, just so I could go ahead and call it a day and just go on for tomorrow, because tomorrow's another big day. I'm actually going to be streaming tomorrow as well. Tomorrow is going to be the gate.io listing, so let me go ahead and see what time that thing goes live. Oh, dude, it goes live tomorrow early. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to. Vernon says, anyways, I'm sure the devs are satisfied high-fiving each other, jumping up and down, popping champagne. Honestly, no matter how well a pre-sale does, it's always the devs who truly win, never us. 100%. We might just get a fraction of their success. Yeah, dude. I agree with you. I agree with you, bro. I really do agree with you. It's just one of those. I'm going to go ahead and run to the restroom real quick. Actually, you know what? This is what I'm going to go ahead and do, because I do have to go ahead and get up and running. Whatever the case is, if I don't see any bullishness in the next couple minutes, I'm just going to go ahead and close my position. I'll keep all of you updated tomorrow and just let you know. But yeah, I'll go ahead and keep all of you updated. I got to go ahead and take a break, bro, to be honest. I got to go ahead and take care of something. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a little break, bro. I just can't deal with this shit right now. John, honestly, if you were just morally bankrupt, you could also pull in some money. 100%, huh? Agreed. Yeah, 100%, bro. I could, but it's not the case. So this is what I'm gonna go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. I'm going to go ahead and take care of some stuff, take a little break, bro. I've been streaming for 4 hours today, dude. 4 hours. We streamed for 4 hours today, and I have like this bright freaking light in front of my face, man. Like, it's blinding me at this point. And yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and end the stream right now. We do have to go ahead and stream later on today as well for the gate.io Ethereum. I might go ahead and stream at that time or after that time. It just depends. But hey, John, you could create baby Illuminati and take in bags. I really could, bro. I really could, but it's just not in my morals, bro. Honestly, just really not in my morals to go ahead and do that. And this is kind of the reason why, you know, I'm video all of this right now. Whether we take a W or we take an L, this is a good way to go ahead and reflect back and really see what we did right and what we did wrong, right? And how we can't be easily manipulated for the next time. So it was just not in my morals, bro. I'm sorry for your loss. That must have been strong, even if that was profit money. Imagine how much you could have gotten if you played your cards right. Bro, just don't even tell them any of that anymore, man. Just don't even tell them that anymore, bro. Just Amid, if I'm saying your name correctly, bro, just take that out, wipe it out of your mind, reflect what you did wrong. Maybe next time you don't put 5 grand. Maybe next time you only put in 1 grand. How about next time you only put $500? Let's just do it that way, man. We can't get too greedy. We can't get too greedy. And I just want you to go ahead and reflect today, tonight, this morning, whatever time and wherever you're watching this at. Reflect on this and ask yourself, could have I done something differently? could have maybe, you know, had a smaller position. Maybe you could have started off with, you know, $100, maybe $500, maybe $1,000. You know what I mean? So like moving forward, just wipe out that L, reflect on it, don't ignore it, because if you ignore it, you're gonna keep on committing the same mistake. Trust me, man, I've been there, done that. There's a reason why I don't invest too much money into these tokens, because I know what's gonna happen. Like I've been burnt too many times, and I'm just like, I'm kind of done with it, right? So just reflect back on it. I'm going to go ahead and do a lot of reflecting to myself, because I have a lot of reflecting to do. You know what I mean? Like the fact that I FOMO, I've taken a few L's this week as well. Not that big of a loss, maybe $400 to $600, which obviously we still don't want to go ahead and lose, right? So still came in profits, but still, you know, a loss is a loss. We don't want to lose either way. It doesn't matter. Whatever way you want to paint it, right? So let's just go ahead and self-reflect this week. I'm probably going to go ahead and cut down on trades. Like right now, if this thing doesn't pump again, I'm going to exit my trade. I'm more than likely going to exit my trade. This guy dumped $11,000 right now. He knows it's not going to go up anymore. He thought it had opportunity, and it's just not looking like it will. Heed, I would wait right now, bro. I would wait for Ethereum, because right now Ethereum is very questionable right now, and a lot of people sold their position to enter Illuminati, and they lost money as well. John, I had a great time with you. Cheers, man. More of the story, I didn't lose that much, and I had fun during the journey of watching this fail. Striking up some lovely conversations was lovely. Thanks, of course. I appreciate you a lot as well, Vernon. I hope to see you again, man. And yeah, man, that's really what the moral of the story is. You know, we understood what was going on with this trade, and it's all about reflecting, taking your L, and just moving forward in life. You know, this could have gone another way, guys. We could have been celebrating right now with freaking champagne bottles about how freaking smart this decision was. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case, right? And that isn't always the case. And it looks like they will be having some sort of chat tomorrow. So I'm going to keep my position open for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and see what's going to go on. I'm going to go ahead and take a break from the stream. But I'm going to keep my eyes glued to this trade. If this trade changes, I'm going to be selling my position. I'm more than likely 90% I'm going to sell this position and take the L and just move on. So I hope all of you having a great, amazing day, amazing night, good morning, good afternoon. I hope all of you enjoyed today's stream. You know what it's like getting wrecked live. Go ahead and support the channel by using my MEXC link down below. $20,000 in sign-up bonuses and no KYC, and literally takes less than 3 seconds. And you could go ahead and leverage trade a lot of these shit coins. You know what I mean? It's like if you thought that shit coins were not volatile enough, well, now you could go ahead and use leverage to make it a lot more volatile. So recipe for disaster right there, right? Anyways, I hope all of you have a great day, good morning, good afternoon. And I hope I'll catch all of you on tomorrow's stream. We'll be streaming tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, depending on the times when you're watching. Probably today is Saturday, but we will be streaming over the weekend as well. Happy Friday. Hope all of you have a great day, and I'll catch all of you on to the next one. Make sure to like,